Hello and welcome back to the TLR podcast. Today we are going to discuss Chelsea and Newcastle. I think going into next season, if we had to make predictions, Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool are kind of cemented as a top three. Sure. It's another debate discussing who's going to win the title and whatever, but going into next season, I think Chelsea and Newcastle are trying to either get into the three or be fourth or fifth. Yeah. That's their aim. Champions League football. Last season, Chelsea finished higher. Season before that, Newcastle finished higher, I believe. So, today we are going to do a combined XI, and also me and Sandeep have been beefing for the majority of the season because he thinks Newcastle's better than Chelsea and whatever.
Outrageous.
So, let's start in goal. I think it's quite obvious.
Yes.
It is Robert Sanchez.
What? You got crazy. It can never be Sancho, bro. Come on.
It's the football of the Vatican.
Might as well throw Jorgensen up there.
Yeah. It's Nick Pope.
It's Nick Pope in goal. Yeah,
right, cool.
I agree. We're going 4-3-3 straight.
4-3-3.
Yeah.
And also as a premise, this is August 14th when the league starts. Imagine everybody's fit. So the next position is right back. So don't be like Reece James. Okay. There you go. So right back, Reece James, Gusto, Livramento, Kieran Trippier. Those are the four options.
I mean, when fit, I feel like it has to be Reece James.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We're saying when fit. If we're talking about
I put Gusto above James. I was going to put Gusto as a right back.
No, you don't watch Chelsea enough.
Is this how Arsenal fans see football? Because
I deal with this.
So you would rather Gusto? I think Gusto.
No. Let me put it like this. Gusto, as a normal overlapping fullback, he does his job.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Reece James offers way more.
I agree.
You saw the goal against, what was it, United?
Yeah,
when he done the shuffle and then he did the cross. Other day he came back for England, he scored a free kick.
Yeah.
Every time he comes back, no, but it's true. Every time he comes back, he does well.
But we're two scenarios in the whole of the league.
No, but he does get injured a lot.
No,
but I think generally speaking, you can't say that Livramento is worse than James or anything.
No, I think James is the third best. I think
he's the best.
No, it's Gusto, Livramento, James.
You're crazy.
That's crazy. Because the thing is, I feel like his injuries have tainted his image. But if we're talking about no injuries, I'm sorry, Reece James is the most complete.
No, we said
but
this.
we yes, okay.
This was the premise at the start of the video.
Yes, I know. You said no injuries, but regardless, I don't think James is good enough.
Right, cool.
That's great. No, because
Can James give you a solid 90-minute performance?
Yes.
He'll give you a solid 120-minute performance.
No, the way how you I think you should have said it is Reece James on his day is the best out of the four. But I would admit last season Livramento has had the body of work to go there. That's how I would agree. That's what I thought you was going to say. To say that Reece James is third worst.
It
don't make sense.
Because he's the most complete right back in world football when he's fit.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Defensively, offensively,
Hakimi
whatever
is
you
better.
want, dictating play, being a leader on the field. He is
all
You
round.
might have deluded. You put a shot and you get deluded.
No, he's the most complete.
No, he's not.
He's the most complete. Who's more complete now?
Hakimi is way better.
No, he's miles ahead in terms of the attack, but defending-wise, I think Reece James is
Hakimi is way better defending-wise.
I wouldn't even say that.
Hakimi is the most complete right back in world football right now.
Nah, I can't lie. In terms of defensively, offensively,
bro,
and everything
included, they've got the best fullback partnership. Nuno Mendes and Hakimi is there. I don't know what you think.
I think he's great in both aspects, but I think Reece James has both.
No, he doesn't.
Cool. Who you two going for?
Livramento.
I'm going Livramento.
And we're going for Reece James.
Okay, so we're going to agree to disagree.
Let the comments fit.
Not biased, not biased, 100%.
It's not editing, innit? So that's right.
Leave it to the comments.
Cool.
Okay, so centre-back pairing.
Centre-backs.
Yeah.
When fit, we saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Chelsea, you might not get no one.
I think you have to have Botman in there.
It's weird though, because Burns
a left back.
Oh, you're not. I'll put him as centre back.
I'll put Shaw above.
No, but this season. Because I'm sure Botman only came back recently.
No, he was injured. No, because he was injured twice. Yeah. But you might want to Reece James, and if you're gonna put Reece James and not Botman, that's crazy.
No, but Botman's in there. For me.
Shaw.
That's how I'm gonna put Shaw.
Yeah,
who else?
I'm not gonna
Shaw, Burn,
Colwill, Tosin, Chalobah.
Cole has potential to be the best, but right now, he's not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm calm with Newcastle.
Yeah.
I think
Bear in mind, Chelsea had the third best defense in the season.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one.
defense.
You're gonna get one.
With
Left
what?
back.
I'll give Cucurella.
Cucurella.
Yeah,
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
If Lewis Hall,
No, but
Nah,
please.
I think it's Cucurella.
cool. Cucurella's had a
Let's
good
give him his
season.
flowers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
had a
he's
good
come a long
season.
way since he joined
He's had a
Chelsea.
good season. Now this is where it gets tasty, guys, because I've been beefing this guy for about 2,500 years. The midfield.
Okay.
I think the midfield is Newcastle dominated.
That's
No,
insane.
no, Caicedo gets in there.
that
Okay,
is
Caicedo
outrageous.
can get in there, cool.
That's rage bait.
But it's
Has
Bruno
to.
and Tonali with him.
No.
Yeah, no, actually,
I don't
Yeah.
care.
based
Caicedo,
on
Bruno,
this
Tonali,
season,
yeah.
Yes, I don't
agree.
care.
based on this season, I would say Enzo's underperformed. Funnily enough, I think Enzo's best season was under Graham Potter, which I don't know how that's happened.
You think his best season was on the par?
In terms of dictating play and passing the ball,
Nah, his
I
best
do think
season.
so. I
Nah,
think
his best season was his best
passing
season was this
one,
season.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I think
more
is he-
complete.
I think maybe it's unbiased because he got outshined by a lot of players this season, whereas under Potter he was the saving grace. You know what I mean? I think maybe that's why actually.
I
think
disagree.
maybe-
I
maybe
disagree.
I think he's.
I disagree.
brought a
I
lot
think
more
this
to his
season
game
is when he shined the most.
Yeah.
I think he's actually found his position and he knows what he's doing.
But do you think
in
he's
the
been
team.
like?
So
the
do you think he's
outshining
better
player?
than Bruno G or Tonali?
No, I wasn't even going to include him.
So who would you have in your three?
If you had to just compare to one and the other, Palmer has been better than Joe Linton.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. We're just doing midfield
Yeah,
three.
midfield for now.
Hey, this
midfield
guy
for now.
trying to get
Squeeze in.
now, bro. Tonali and Bruno
You
G
don't need to
are
squeeze
way
in
above.
Palmer either, bro. Like this is Palmer, bro. But
This is the same
I
Palmer
would-
that ghosted for 4 or 5 months. No chance, man.
Oh, man.
Has to be Caicedo, Bruno.
And
So
Tonali.
it's a very defensive midfield.
That's not Bruno and Tonali are very attacking players, bro.
It's very defensive midfield still.
Hey, this guy.
I do see your point, but at
Nah.
the same time, I don't think Chelsea have enough attacking. We don't have any number 8s that can like have an excuse for getting in there over Tonali or Gimenez.
I'll leave it as that. I
Yeah.
can't be asked today.
No, come on.
I
I
think
want
we
to-
will.
Nah, no.
Yeah, of course. Come on now, KDH.
Okay.
Who's KDB, bro?
Let's do left wing.
Left wing.
I think left wing is between two Newcastle
Oh.
players. I remember
Really?
you told me about Barnes like
It's Barnes.
2 years ago.
It's Barnes.
Yeah,
Or Gordon.
It's Barnes.
but
Starboy Sancho.
I actually rate Barnes higher than
Absolutely
Gordon.
not.
I actually rate Barnes higher than Gordon, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think Buzz, especially towards the end of the season as well, you
But
saw it.
Gordon at the start first was pretty well.
Yeah.
Connor,
but-
I think I just got PTSD because he destroyed us, bro.
Yeah.
he murdered us, bro.
Yeah, and who Chelsea have like Sancho, Madueke plays left sometimes.
Nah,
but
Madueke's
inconsistent.
you're right, bro.
Oh, Mudryk, come on now. Yeah.
Or Tree George.
Come on. Remember
Evil
Mudryk scored
Saka.
against
I can't lie,
against
this is
Arsenal?
where it gets bad.
Bad,
bro.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Newcastle's attack as well. I'm just
No,
gonna-
you
Wait,
I'm
did
just
I
wouldn't
gonna-
take right wing.
Wait, Cameron, did
Jacob
I just
Murphy's
hear?
been better. I said
Oh,
that for
I thought-
fact.
fair enough.
You thought they were gonna put Palm on the right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nah, man.
You're not getting him at all.
Nah, you don't play right wing.
Yeah.
You don't play right wing.
I think he plays better out there.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Okay, so right wing we have Palmer, Madueke, Gordon. Not Gordon, sorry.
It's Jacob Murphy.
Jacob Murphy, and then they've got what's that guy? Amaron.
Jacob Murphy is good, actually.
That's it.
It's
Really.
Jacob Murphy had a
Murphy.
season on him.
It's
bro.
Jacob
Nah,
Murphy,
he's
bro.
had a great season,
He's just
but
sky.
I think it is
Yeah,
Palmer.
very
He's
scary.
sky, bro.
If you
still
guys want to
Palmer.
put Palmer there, then cool.
It's
He-
I would have went
Bro,
Palmer there.
Murphy just reminds me of like an Oxlade Chamberlain regen, bro.
Yeah.
You think so?
Nah, I think Chamberlain had more to his game.
Yeah, he probably had
Yeah.
more to his game. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jacob Murphy has amazing.
I can't.
end
I would have
product,
put
but-
Palmer on the right.
No, I'm putting Palmer on the right.
He didn't want to put Palmer.
Oh, you
on
don't
the
want to put Palmer on the right?
He hasn't
Bro.
played a single game on the right.
No, but he didn't play on the left either. He played in the middle.
Yeah, so
But he also
Nah,
drifts
this
to the
is-
right.
this
If
is
you want to see his heat
look how-
map.
look how deflated
Wait,
this guy
no.
is.
You look at his heat map, right? Yeah, it says middle
yes,
and towards the right.
Yeah, it's the right half space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's closer to the right.
Why are you
than
so
forward.
upset,
Right.
man? Why is your energy?
Shut
Why are you...
up, man.
No, I want to know.
Shut up.
Because you know so funny.
No.
You-
You're
you-
not getting the level of dopamine from this.
No,
bro.
because
Just leave it out. Leave it, please.
we discussed how their team's not better, but apparently their whole team's better because your
Nah.
best player's not getting into the team, which is crazy. You know what
Cool,
I'm
now
saying?
Palmer
how-
right
how's
wing,
our
Palmer
best
right
player
wing,
not
Palmer
getting
right. No. You said Palmer
No, I
right.
didn't say Palmer right.
You said Palmer
I
right.
said Palmer right.
You said
yeah.
Palmer
No,
right.
I'm putting
So
Murphy
there's
back
4
up.
people here.
That
So
is-
there you go.
That is shameless. That is
He's
shameless.
had his best
delusion.
time on the right for Chelsea as well.
Yeah,
so.
especially
Like,
because
drifting
like
in.
if you look at the stats outside of assists and goals, I'm a stats nerd. I can't lie. And one thing that surprised me this season, despite his bad season,
Still put him
Palmer has had in terms of Europe, I think it's like second or first for most shot creating actions. Second being Lamine Yamal, third being also surprising Bruno Fernandes.
Well, you
Which
say
is
shot
insane.
creating what?
Shot creating action. So
What the hell?
shots-
That's just a made up stat, bro.
No, but
It's
it's a real
Of
stat.
shot
It's
creating actions. It's
very
crazy.
real stat.
That
It's-
is crazy.
No.
It's
Key
any-
chances made,
It's
stuff
any
like that.
it's any passed, assist, tackle that's led to a shot. And every player
shot,
has that.
a shot.
A shot. Yeah.
A shot could be from outside the box.
But every player's eligible for that, and he's had the most.
That's the most pointless stat I've ever heard.
No. It tells you more about the game than
you can't necessarily
outside of goals and
say
assists.
you can't say it's pointless if a guy's
No,
done
you
that.
said
If he-
big.
no,
No,
to
no,
be
wait,
at the
wait, wait.
top.
Hold on. You said big chances created.
That's what I
That's a
assumed
whole
from that.
different thing to shot created action. Yeah,
it goes
because
both.
a man could have passed to someone on the byline and they could have tried to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Bro, that thing is fugazi. I don't want to
but
hear
to be
it.
at the top of the
that's fine.
list
But here's the
is
thing,
great.
right? What I said in combination with what he says tells you that those shot creating actions were actually high.
He just said he
quality.
got big chances
Yeah.
created.
But the thing is, like, with the thing about stats, right? It's like it's never one thing. One thing can always paint one picture. But if you look at all of them in conjunction, it tells you a bigger story.
Okay,
a much
so what about
clearer
the goals
picture.
then?
I don't think he doubts that. He
Okay,
just
come
wants to hate.
No, I don't.
He knows Palmer's a good player.
I didn't say Palmer's not a good player,
Yeah.
but to bring
better
that
than
stat
Murphy.
is so pointless because you can't watch Palmer on the eye and tell him when he's had a good game and when he's had a bad game.
But the thing is-
And I personally, I think he's had maybe 60% all good games this season. 40% he's been so bad.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I think the start of his bad run, he was quite similar to how he was previously. I just know things just didn't come off.
Yeah.
And I think over time, the confidence just got to him.
Yeah.
And then his performance did start to
And
go
you
down.
know what?
Do you think, if he never had that game in the Conference League final, yeah, I can't lie, the way people viewed him this season
Changed.
might have shifted, yeah.
But you know
Yeah,
what's
but
funny?
we all said like that first season was a wonder season, bro.
I don't think so.
No,
It was a wonder season.
No.
They weren't
That's
expecting
ridiculous.
it,
That's
though.
ridiculous.
No,
because-
but
No, I'm talking about the stats he put up that season. I don't think he's gonna ever reach again.
I think he
I
will.
can't lie.
I think he can reach
He wasn't
it.
that, he wasn't that far off.
He wasn't that far off. If we talk about non-penalties, he wasn't that far off at all. I think it was like what
But you got
13
50 you got-
non-penalty last season, and then 10 assists. This season was what?
You got
11
21.
and 9?
You got 21 goals and like 11 assists
This season.
last season.
Last
Yeah.
season.
This season you got 14 goals and like 9 assists.
Yeah, but if you look at non-penalties, it was 13-11 last
Yeah.
season, goals and assists, and then it was like 11-9 for this season. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that far off. And I do think that with Maresca's system this season, if you look at Pochettino, it was like fast break football, transition. It was like
He
chaos.
preferred that more, though.
He loves that.
Tunde likes that more.
I love that
Yeah,
more.
you got the free
bro,
roam,
of
you got
course,
the free
that's Chelsea heritage, bro.
Yeah.
Look at Conte football. That is literally fast break, like
Yeah.
chaos football, bro. And the thing is, it's funny, is because like people see that drought, you know, that he's had in the latter half season. I actually associate that with the way we played under Maresca in the first half when we went quite similar with his system. Remember Wolverhampton? I remember post game we won 6-2 and Maresca wasn't happy. He was saying like, "Oh, it felt like a basketball game. I don't like that." But Palmer likes that. But under this possession system, where he's not allowed to be the one person who's calm when everyone else is panicking, because that's what he thrives in. That's his main strength. He can stay calm, composed, choose the right ball, choose the right shot when everyone else doesn't know what to do. And that's why Palmer shines. And in the latter half, he never really had that. And I think that's what really has put a bad precedent on his name. That people think that he fell off, but I think it's just a different system.
Yeah, I've been screaming that for the whole season.
I had to drop 40
And then-
IQ right there.
Up front, it's like
Yeah,
you sure? What about your boy, bro?
Sharp,
Action
man.
Jackson,
Sharp,
bro. Come on.
No, we still got one more, bro.
Yeah.
Manager.
Manager.
Ooh. Nah, I can't lie.
You know,
I'll give it to Eddie Howe, man.
I do give to Eddie Howe.
Which
bro.
one do you has more? Which one do you think has more potential?
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe.
Seriously.
I think if you
Well,
if
you can't really base off Maresca. He's not really done much.
So isn't Eddie Howe's the same manager that dragged Bournemouth from what the 4th tier of English football all the way to the Championship?
Yeah.
Then
Got them relegated.
yeah, but I know, but like to do what he did, I think retired from football just so he can manage his boy his boyhood club,
Yeah.
which is Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And if you do that, and not just that, it's like he's the type of manager I see him like a mad scientist. He's able to just adapt based on the team's strength. And I think Maresca, he's the opposite. He's dogmatic.
I do
stubborn.
feel like he's kind of peaking the.
No, that's why I said potential. Because I don't know.
But you know
If you-
why? Because when he first came, he had that mad season. Then the 23-24.
No, the last two seasons have been a bit.
No, but this season they won the fucking trophy
No,
for the
but
first.
I'm, not,
Bro,
I'm
Yeah,
talking
actually,
strictly league wise, bro.
but then
They did drop.
you got. But then,
No, I understand the trophy. I'm talking strictly league wise.
then I
Because
think they got to the FA Cup quarters. No,
yeah,
quarters.
no, they did very well. But I'm saying with that, the reason why I asked the question is
and they worked.
there are some Newcastle fans out there that probably think, or even just football fans in general, Newcastle with the money they got, they're probably thinking, the
But I
owners
think-
are thinking, I want to win the league in like
They-
the next
they haven't spent
5
a
years.
lot.
No,
but
but
then also
regardless.
you got to think the Arsenal game twisted on head. They beat Arsenal. They come second.
Bro.
And then
You're talking too specifically.
No, but I'm trying to say you're acting like their league position was bad and like
No,
their
but
situation.
I'm asking you: Is Eddie Howe the guy to make them win a title? Sorry. That's the question.
But I don't think
To get in a title race, to join the three.
If you don't
I
have the
talked about
team
the
and you
start
don't
of
have
the
the
video.
manager, you can't really choose. And if you have a team, then you can have a manager to win it. If you don't have neither, they don't have the team to win the Premier League right now.
I agree.
I heard that.
Like let's say Eddie Howe comes to Arsenal, will he do a better job than Arteta and win the league? Potentially. But if Arteta goes to Newcastle, does he do what Eddie Howe does with the team? No,
Maybe.
I don't think he does.
Maybe.
I think they come bottom six,
No, but
below sixth.
No, but it's about making a jump. Because when you finish fifth,
No, but isn't-
when you finish fifth and then spend all that time at the top of the table, everybody was like, "What the fuck is happening? Why are Arsenal doing so well?"
Yeah, but
So it works. It
everyone
works
had
both
that,
ways.
But everyone had that for Newcastle when they lost to them in the Carabao Cup. No one expected it. Like you have to go think which one would more likely to happen? Eddie Howe to do what Arteta's done at Arsenal, or Arteta to do what Eddie Howe's done?
Arteta.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie
No,
Howe,
I think
at
Eddie
Arsenal.
Howe, yeah.
Easily,
Eddie Howe.
bro.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I heard that.
And that's why he's going to be better than
Yeah.
Maresca.
Because I think Eddie Howe, in a lot of his jobs, he's overperformed. I remember, was it when he took over Newcastle? Weren't they like
They
in
were
the relegation?
17th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
16th,
terrible,
17th,
bro.
yeah.
And
then-
very minimal signings as well. Like they had money, like Saudi owners coming in, but they didn't actually spend much. They just brought in Eddie Howe, and that was the rest.
Yeah.
Calm.